Hello and welcome to another California Psychics live reading. I am your host for today's portion of the live reading, and we are joined by our fantastic and always fan favorite psychic Uma. How are you doing today, Uma?
Good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic as always on these Monday lives. Before we get started, though, I do see a bunch of questions already rolling into the chat, and we already have a bunch of people wanting to get their answers. All right, but if you do see at the bottom of your screen, there is a promo code that is active that you can use for today only. You can get $10 off your next reading that can be applied through our website, californiapsychics.com, and that code is FBLive10. No purchase is necessary to redeem this promo code. If you go on to the checkout section of our website, californiapsychics.com, you can go ahead and redeem this promo code and again, get $10 off your very next reading with no purchase necessary. If you are wanting a one-on-one reading with Uma, make sure you stick around and you'll find out her exact schedule later in the stream when we shout that out. But lastly, before we get started, I do want to list off some ground rules for questions. Unfortunately, we will not be able to answer any legal or medical questions today. For medical, this does include treatments, medications, and pregnancy questions. And for legal, this can include court cases, custody battles, and general court decisions. If you do ask about another person, please make sure you include their first name. This does allow Uma to connect faster and more accurately answer your question today. But without any more further ado, and let's not waste any more time, we can begin answering questions if you're ready, Uma.
I am.
All right. We have one already from a Vanessa. What do you see for me and Seth this October, and when will we have a visit? I'm a Leo, and he is a Virgo.
Okay. And as we start to open up this question, energy already is flowing, so that's a good thing. And to give you a short answer on the visiting, Spirit is all about yes. The only thing with this is that the energy with this is about like the third week of October. But Spirit really says that in the month of October for you and Seth, there is a lot of mending energies that are going to come forward. Spirit says that there is a breakthrough on your guys' connection. I'm trying to place this with it, but Spirit keeps saying that the truth is going to be revealed, and this is going to really help mend and connect you guys. And I feel like with this, the visit that's coming up, I keep seeing the number 17. So it's going to be around the 17th of October. But by then, there is a lot of growth that is taking place in between you and Seth. And I really feel like October is going to be a month where you guys begin to really turn things around and connect and mend this relationship because you guys are meant to be together for the long haul.
All right. Our next question is going to be from Katie, and as always, Uma, I wanted to say that was great insight, by the way. I forgot to mention
That's
that.
Okay.
I was just so in the groove. But Kate is asking, hi, Uma, what do you see with Zach and I during this next month? So October.
Okay. Yeah. So like going into October, I don't want to start this off negative, but I mean, I do feel like there are still some rough patches that are going to need to be worked out. But the good thing within that is that Spirit is, saying that this can be worked out, that newer opportunities are coming forward for you guys. Spirit is really saying that there's like this new wave of passion that's coming in for the both of you. And it does feel that there's been a little bit of like a torn energy, and that you guys may have felt like at some level of a crossroads, and all of that energy is wanting to be wiped out, coming up in this month of October. A lot of energy wants to come in, and I don't, want to be like too much on blast, but Spirit just keeps saying that a misunderstanding that has created some level of a heartache is coming to an end. And this is where the positive energy is coming forward for you guys as a whole in the month of October. Oh, did we freeze? Oh, are you there? Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, here we go. Sorry. All right. I was really nervous there for a second. I saw my internet kind of went
like
out. You got your question answered though?
yes, we did.
Well, cool. Sorry I missed all
No.
that. But as long as I am back, that is the most important part. We can go ahead and pick up our next question. Our next one is going to be from Antoinette. Would my son Nigel get a chance to try out for the NFL? I love that career related question. So I feel like I had to pick that out there. Very eye
I love
catching
it.
right there.
Proud mama right here too. Within this instantly, like spirit was just overwhelming me with like this really positive wave. So within that, I do say that that is a solid yes from, spirit saying that he is going to get the chance to try out for the NFL. And a lot of this is spirit showing like a career for him. So obviously, it does go really well because this is his future. Like he is a very solid, individual player, if you want to say that too. But the opportunities are going to be really strong for him. Spirit keeps showing between 2 and 3, and so I do feel like that's at least 2 to 3 teams that are really going to be interested in him.
All right. Our next one is going to be from, and also Internet, wishing your son Nigel good luck as well. But our next question is going to be from, well, if I can get it to come up, I guess I'll have to switch another one real quick. Oh, there it is. Nay is asking, can I get some insight on Omar's feelings towards me? Where are things headed between us? And I'm contemplating if I should move on.
Oh, this one's a hard one because, the energy for you is very different and compared to what he feels. And that's what makes this hard is that the minute you came in with this, it did show moving energy. And unfortunately, that is going to be connecting to you getting the opportunity to move on. I do feel like there's a lot of feelings that come from Omar, but I just don't feel like his head is quite in the game as to where it should be for what you deserve. And that's why spirits instantly just kind of like going to be guiding you and ushering you to a point where you can move on. And it's going to be easier to move on. But despite the feelings that he has for you, it's just your best option to move on and let him go because I don't feel like his head can be dedicated enough for you and for what you deserve in a relationship.
Wishing you the best, Nay, and hopefully if that does work out, the best for you, most importantly. Charmaine is asking, what do you see happening between Marvin and I? He is a Leo and I am a Libra.
Okay. And as we are opening this up, spirit brings in like the word love. So I really do feel that a fresh start is on its way to you guys. I know that there's been a lot of back and forth because spirit does show us, your energy at this crossroads path. And it shows that his energy has kind of been holding on to something a little too tightly. And now it is the time to really release that. Everything about this fresh start, new chapter, all of these things are coming forward for the both of you. And the word partnership really wants to come out. And I do feel that the month of October is a lot of pulling all of this together so that a new chapter can be written. So a relationship, solid commitment, exclusive, however we want to label it, is what is coming forward for you guys. October is going to really be kind of pulling that in, mending it all, fixing that all up. But by November, you guys really have these solid ideas or platforms of where you guys are really going in the relationship.
All right. Now I saw this one. This might take up a bit of the screen, but it has a lot of information I feel like you can kind of work with. My husband, or MB Not, is asking, my husband has moved us next to friends, and ever since we've had nothing but difficulties. One is one that he had an affair with, a high school sweetheart from years ago who is in some manner outside of the circle but in reach. I want to move, and will we get a fresh start soon? My husband knows I'm unhappy, and we've been here for about 8 years since moving.
Yeah, that's a difficult one because I mean, there is a lot of heavy energy that does come in within this. And, unfortunately, misery is something that is surrounding you within this. Spirit does show that you do get a fresh start, but the only problem with this is it's not coming before the end of the year. Within February, March is really where a time frame comes that you guys do get the opportunity to really have that fresh start. And I feel like with spring, like a physical move is going to come forward for you guys. That's not saying that, you and your husband are on the outs or whatever, but just to physically move, it is coming within 2024. And that will create the energy to really strengthen your guys' relationship. I wish that I didn't have to say that there's some, rough patches through the end of the year, but they are all things that you guys will mend together into the new year.
All right. And that was great insight, as always, Uma. Our next one, real quick, is from Michael. Is there a romantic relationship ahead between myself and Marissa? If so, can you see when?
Yeah. And, opening this energy, spirit immediately is like, there's a strong connection here. So, with this going forward, I do feel that there is a relationship. I keep seeing the number 11. So that's going to be November, for you guys to really kind of have that relationship, open the doorways and have it run in. But I do feel like there is a lot more connection that's going to come forward here over the next 3 to 4 weeks, so the whole month of October, um, for you guys both. I do feel like there is some struggles on her end, and I feel like that's kind of what this month of connecting with you on a different platform is coming from. She shows to be releasing a lot of insecurities, and some fears that have actually kept her back from having a relationship. So even though your part comes, November, there's still a lot of good things that are going to come out of this next month.
All right. And hopefully, yes, that November is a very happy one for the
Yes.
two of you. All right. Our next one, real quick. This one is another one caught my eye. T is asking, I would like to produce a new TV reality series. Do you see me doing this in the future or successfully? And thank you so much, by the way.
Yeah. So within this, I mean, immediately spirits like this good news wants to come forward to you. And I feel like this is a lot of, I don't want to call it quite partnerships, but I feel like it's introductions. And, for you, I feel that this is an opportunity to actually go after or produce, this TV reality series, because you receive the recognition that you need. And this is going to take you to the next step. Spirit just keeps trying to say, like, not to worry yourself. Don't have the fear. Don't have like a fear of losing this. Because if you hold on to that too tightly, then yes, it's going to pull you backwards. But everything that surrounds you right now, it represents you moving forward. You might not have everything penciled in perfectly, but that's okay, because this energy is going to come forward, because this is your future. So within this, I mean, yes, there's still a few months, and I feel like, kind of towards the end of the year, beginning of the year, a lot of this really is going to hit you very heavily, but it's going to take you to new levels. So 1000% is just part of your future.
Awesome. And we have our fingers crossed for you,
Yes.
T. Our next question, actually, now that we are about 15 minutes left, I do want to give a shout out to our wonderful psychic that you see on the screen here, Psychic Uma. If you do want to get free $10 essentially on California Psychics to be used on getting a reading with one of our psychics, go to californiapsychics.com, and then you're going to go to the checkout section. You're going to use the promo code that is scrolling across the screen at the bottom. No purchase is necessary to get a free $10 on our website, but if you use the code FBLive10, you will receive that $10 offer. And why not use it on getting your question answered in a more private setting, away from the live, away from me watching, everybody else watching, but you go get it with Psychic Uma. Uma, what's your regular schedule looking like for those who are wanting to get a call with you?
Sure. Usually it's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But I do like to do a lot of the offline messages too. So usually if you can't catch me on there, then I will have those on. Sometimes it's limited, but I do try to have them on as much as possible. But
And I
8
always like
a.m. to 1. Sorry.
Oh, I always like to say that offline messaging is just like sending a DM. So if you just have a real quick question, you want a real quick answer, and Uma will be able to get that whenever she is able to, kind of ASAP. But it's a lot faster than going on and committing to a full reading. So make sure you check those out. But we do have time, or lots more time, to get through some questions, and I don't want to keep people waiting any longer. But one more time, go get a reading with Psychic Uma right after this live, and make sure you use that code scrolling along the bottom of your screen, $10 off. All right. Our next question is going to be from Delta Dawn. Do you see anything between me and a Scott or Jeff?
So within this, I'll be honest, Scott really stuck out first for you as far as like a relationship and a connection. I feel that compatibility is really strong with Scott, and that's why the energy was kind of jumping out. I'm not saying that Jeff is, not, but I feel like if you're looking for something that is more long term, and someone that can really offer a lot more time and attention, this is where Scott is. Even if things seem a little rocky right now with Scott, there's a huge clearing. Spirit shows that he is going to be receiving a lot of clarity that is going to open him up so that he can, give more to the both of you. With Jeff, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of really good things, but as far as like a long term, it's not connecting the dots for me. And so with that, I feel like eventually that would make you feel like you wasted your time. But Scott, he's going to be stepping up his game, and he's going to make a difference.
All right. Sorry, I just sent a quick message, but we are ready for our next question. One from Bree. Do you see a long-term commitment between Austin and I? We are both Cancer. All right. It's a good connection right there.
Yeah, it is. And I like it, because there's a lot of emotion, passion, everything connected within this. I do feel that there is a long term. He does have some reservations. That's why, this question is coming forward. But I do feel like he is overcoming, these battles that he has internally. And within this, he is going to be able to give you that commitment. Spirit is really saying by the end of the year, December is sticking out for you guys. I feel that the holidays are going to bring in a lot of changes. And he is going to really be opening up to you, and you will get to see exactly where he wants to go, what he wants, what the future is going to look like for you guys. But there is longevity. Spirit's even showing unity, which to me is usually marriage further on down the road. But he definitely will give you that commitment that you're looking for.
All right. Our next one is going to be from Brittany. Are Brian and I meant to be together? His birthday is July 13th.
And looking at you guys, I mean, yes, the short answer is yes. You guys are meant to be together. I do feel that the energy right now is all about focusing on kind of like this regrouping, reconnecting kind of energy. I do feel a lot more of kind of this feeling of like a self-sabotage energy coming from him. And Spirit represents that you both are heading to a place where there are calmer waters, where, someone, I feel more on his end, can be more open and honest with his own feelings, and, show you that, yes, he definitely does want more from you guys. And, that you will get to see that energy of being together is going to be for the long haul. His energy is a little bit slow right now, so don't expect too much from him over the next 2 weeks. And then there is a big shift that comes from him, and he is going to open up and really start to show you that he is putting in this time, this effort, attention. The word affection really, really wants to come forward. So I feel like he is going to be more affectionate with you in the next like 3 weeks, we'll say, because these 2 weeks needs to pass before you can see all of that come forward.
All right. Another love question. We got a lot of love
I love
questions
them.
today. Is one from YouTube from Joanne. Do you see any resolution between me and Mohammed? Also, do you see any future love connections with either him or anyone else? Thank you.
Yeah. And, as we are opening up this energy, I mean, energy wants to be resolved, but I feel like it's kind of like stuck in the mud right now. Um, and so I don't want to say like, don't expect too much, but I do feel like some time needs to pass, for this to really be resolved. Um, but there is some good energies that are going to come forward from Mohammed. Communication is really trying to pick up over the next week and a half. Um, but for you, I just spirit keeps whispering like new, 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 new. So I feel that someone new is going to try to enter your life. They are in the later part of October. They are going to be closer to Halloween. I see like the 26th of this person entering your life. And I do feel like they start out as a friend, but the connection is really going to grow and you are going to be in the driver's seat basically because you are going to get to decide who is a better fit for you. But you definitely have some new energy coming in while Muhammad, is kind of working on things. I know that sounds a little backwards, but it will all work out for the better and you will definitely have a new love connection for your future.
All right. Our next one, this one kind of caught my eye, just kind of the names all involved. Marianne is asking, does Manny or Randy win Marianne's heart and how? Or maybe the how, but who do you see the stronger connection with?
Yeah, and within this, as we were reading the question, like all I could see was Randy. I didn't even see Manny's name in there. So Randy's energy is really, really sticking out. And I really do feel that, he's going to put forth some stronger efforts, to kind of show you exactly how, he wins your heart. The only thing that Spirit is kind of sticking me out with is that it represents that you are at a crossroads and that you feel kind of torn with certain patterns or areas of your life. And so this is where Spirit's going to ask you to focus back on yourself before you really start to focus on these two at hand. But over the next few weeks, a lot of energy is going to be coming from Randy, and this is going to start to move you guys along. Manny is still present. Don't get me wrong, he really is. But I really just see a lot more effort coming from Randy, and just make sure that you focus on you. I know it's not something we like to do, but Spirit is asking you to do that for yourself.
All right. Our next one is going to be for Richard. What do you see Melissa's thoughts and feelings about us going into October, or is there somebody else either for Melissa or Richard?
Okay. And as we are opening this one up with Melissa, a lot wants to come forward, but I feel like this. I don't want to really call it heartbreak energy, but I feel like there's a lot of emotional energy, so it is blocking a lot of what she truly feels for you deep inside. And I feel like within the month of October, that energies are going to really be like kind of speeding by you, is what Spirit shows. And what that is saying is that she is going to be going through a lot of changes, this emotional disconnection. All of that is going to start to really be lifted. There is love that she does show for you. And so with that, it's hard to see that anyone else is coming in for you because Melissa's energy is changing a lot and she is going to be stepping up to the plate to really kind of give you what you deserve within this. And I do feel that you, by the third week, you will get to see the love that she genuinely has for you in her heart. And this is going to take you guys to a new phase or a new chapter. So I wouldn't really welcome anyone in. I know that sounds bad, but I really do feel like the connection with Melissa is there.
All right. Fingers crossed for the two
Yes.
of you, and hopefully it all works out very, very soon. Next question for Michelle. When will Billy and I marry, if ever? Ooh.
Yeah, I like these questions. They're so fun. Um, with you and Billy, immediately Spirit is showing a unity, which obviously is going to tell us yes. The only thing with this is that I keep seeing the number 4, so that's going to end in or be the 2024. It is more of like a spring summer kind of energy within you guys. I do feel like at least by the end of the year that this is going to be a very talked about, subject in your guys' relationship. I do feel like there's a lot of hesitation right now. But there are some moments that are coming forward for Billy, and he is going to really open up and change his perspective. And this is why I would say by November that this is a definite conversation piece in between the two of you. So talking about it before the end of the year. Marriage is more into the spring, summertime for you guys next year. I keep hearing May, but
Oh,
it's definitely coming up for you guys.
I was gonna say November's just around the corner,
Yes.
so getting a real answer is that's very nice. All right, our next one is another one from YouTube. Um, Honey Bunny, uh, will Rashid and I take our relationship to the next level? And if so, can you see when?
Yeah, and I mean instantly, like this connection is really strong. So I can definitely see why you're curious when it's going to start to take off to the next level. But Spirit really shows a door opening up for the both of you, and you guys are both walking through this door. So that is that next phase or that next chapter. October is really the window as to when this is going to open because Spirit says that there's a huge turning point for the both of you. A lot of passion really wants to come forward, which I love to see that, feel it, hear it, because this is all about partnerships, commitments, love. It is a deep burning energy, kind of like the soulmates energy is coming forward within this. So you can really expect a lot of changes in October. I don't know exactly what the title is right now, but Spirit's not letting me see that. But by November, like it's exclusive commitment. I mean, partnership, all of that energy surrounds you guys. So October enters or opens up the door for you guys to really see that.
Okay. Next one is going to be from Antonio. Patricia says that I am her very best male friend. Should I believe her?
And I mean, immediately, like I didn't get any negative feelings, nothing of that sort. So, yes, I do really feel that you really are her best male friend. I feel like the connection feels like a bond that's been there for quite some years. And I do feel like she does, I'm going to say tries to be very honest with you, but I do feel for the most part that she is truly as honest as she can be with you. You probably don't want to hear this, but I really do feel like there's even more that she cares about you with. But yes, you are a very special person to her. I know it's not always that way, seems that way, but 100% from her soul, she is.
All right. Our next one from Donna, my favorite psychic. If you recognize Donna, Uma, still no word from Jim. Is this release him time?
Oh, hi, Donna. How are you? Um, you know, I I want to tell you yes, but spirit won't let me tell you yes. So it's not release time. I know that he has spent so long trying to figure everything out, but the energies that really surround him right now is all about fresh start. It's all about mending. New opportunities come in, and I know that no excuses, in someone's life can pull someone away when they care about you, but it feels that things on his personal level are really shifting, and he is releasing a lot, which is good because then this gives him the opportunity to step up to the plate. It's always been there within his heart. I just don't feel like you can make the physical world make that connection. But Spirit really continues to push that a fresh start is coming. I really feel a lot of him trying to mend things, make things better, come forward. A spirit keeps saying date, 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 date. And so I feel that this is something that he's actually going to step up to and invite, out to go out on a date, but it is opening up the connection for you guys. So don't give up yet. You know that I would tell you if you should, but spirit won't let me. It's just, if I try to say no, it's not going to let me.
All right. Our next one from Marlon. Will Carrington and I end up being together?
And within this, it's a yes, but my only negative with this is that time sucks. There's no other way to say that, because I do feel like there are a few months ahead. Spirit keeps kind of showing like a 2 to 3 month time frame before you guys can, really pull in that connection and be together. I really do feel like there is an energy that's just kind of pulling back. And it's almost like that self-sabotaging energy that won't allow Carrington to really move forward. And I feel like this is more of an internal place that's just kind of holding on, and not letting the fear be released. So by the end of the year, I do feel like there is movement, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's going to take some time before you guys can really, really be together. So don't expect a whole lot, before December, but just keep pushing forward, because the more that you push forward, the more that Carrington will mirror what you're doing and want to catch up to you.
Wishing you the best between
Yes.
the two of you. It sounds like a very hopeful and optimistic outcome. We are about halfway-ish way through our live stream today, and I do want to remind everybody to like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube, and like and favorite if you are watching on Facebook. And if you are wanting a reading today, why not get $10 off? If you use that code scrolling along the bottom of your screen, there is no purchase necessary. But if you go to the redeem funds or add funds part of our website, you will see at the bottom of the screen a promo code, or the area where you can put the promo code in. And also at the bottom of this screen, you have your promo code to enter in, FB Live 10. Now, why not use that to get $10 off your next reading with Psychic Uma? Uma, when are your regular hours for those who want to get a reading with you after seeing your abilities today?
Sure. It's 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
All right. And you can also do the offline messages. It's like sending a DM. This is all through CaliforniaPsychics.com. And there also is a link straight to Psychic Uma's profile right in the description of the live stream that you are watching. So now for this next part of this live stream, I am going to be switching out with my other host, Denise. Not to worry, though. This is the only change you are going to be seeing today. So keep putting those questions in the chat, and we will be getting to your question very soon. All right. Hello, Denise. I will hand it over to you and put on the question for the screen.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. And just so you know, you can also ask Uma any questions regarding your dreams. She's pretty good at interpreting that. So now is your time for that. And also toward the last 15 minutes or so, we're going to do some awesome tarot pulls. So also be prepared for that. But we're going to jump in with Charles Edwards. Hi, Uma. My name is Charles, and I really like this coworker. His name is James, and I would like to know, does he have feelings for me, and would we be in a relationship? And if so, when?
Yeah. And, as we are opening up this energy, I mean, a lot of really positive energies are flowing through, which I do feel that is something that is showing that, yes, there are a lot of feelings that are coming forward. However, James seems to be carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders. And I feel that, this is a period where James has to figure out how to release that energy in order to be expressive, to open up about, stronger feelings that are there below the surface. Spirit does represent that there is a relationship here in the future. There's not really a set time frame on that. But Spirit does show that expression of feelings or interest is definitely going to come forward by November. November 7th, which again, I'm not a huge fan of specifics, but if Spirit brings it, I will 1000% share. So I definitely feel that as James figures out how to release so much pressure and weight that he is carrying on his shoulders, the openness will come forward. And I feel like there's even some expression that's trying to come forward in the month of October, but it's not quite direct. So you might actually have to kind of like piece it together. But by November, I do really feel that he will be able to open up. And that is where, you guys can transition and start to build that relationship for the future.
Nice. That's a beautiful message. Charles, let us know if that resonates. And we're going to go on to Ward from Facebook. And do you see me becoming a famous writer?
Okay. And this is Ward, right? Okay. So just kind of pulling in this energy, you have kind of this celebrate energy around you. If I had to give you the short answer first, then yes, that is something that is a very strong part of your future. You got a lot going on, so I don't want to be like, oh, don't focus on this till the new year. But I mean, still kind of manifest, put this out because it is definitely your future to become a famous writer. A lot of celebratory energy surrounds you. So I feel like this is going to be something that just starts to really come in for you. But take this time for the remainder of 2023 and just really put that focus into you so that you can excel so much more in 2024.
Nice. I love that message. As a fellow lover of books, let us know what category of books you love writing.
Yeah.
We would love to know that for sure. We're going to go on to Shelly from YouTube. Do you see a romantic relationship for me?
And as we open up, Shelly, yes, there's a lot of energy, a lot of change that wants to come forward for you. Spirit just really wants to kind of show me like the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot cards, which is a beautiful thing to see because that is something that really is like life-changing moments coming in. Spirit wants to say that even your soulmate is on its way to you. And within this, I do feel that this enters your life by the end of the year. It is a colder tone. So that takes me to more of like a winter time before this person can enter your life. But this will be your forever person. It is 100% your soulmate. You just feel this instant connection. So you don't have to overthink or, oh, how am I going to meet this person? What do they look like? Don't stress that right now because it's not worth it. But come, the winter time, you're going to really feel this person entering your life and it's going to be unexpected. I'm just kind of out of the blue situation, but definitely it is your soulmate.
I love that. And sometimes things just happen naturally, like we're not expecting it.
Yes.
And I think that's a very beautiful message. Related to the topics of books from MB, will my book be successful?
Yeah. And looking at this energy, I mean, immediately, this success energy wants to come in. So yes, your book is going to be successful. Spirit does kind of show that you've kind of, I don't want to say you've hit road bumps, but there is kind of like that stuttering kind of energy that's coming forward. But a lot of this is going to be shifting for you because I feel like this isn't the only change that's coming forward. There are multiple changes in your life that's going to just even kind of inspire you more. And it's going to bring in a higher level of success. But your book is definitely there for you.
I love that. And if you're comfortable, let us know what book it is. So
Yes.
maybe we can check it out. Would love to know that. Best of luck to you. And we're going to go on to this one. If from DJ on Facebook, I hope I pronounced your name right, asking, I saw the number 666. What does that mean?
I know this is kind of one of those scary numbers when we see them, but it's not meant to be, for you. I mean, I feel like, numbers are specific to people because our angels have such different meanings for those. But as we pull your energy in connection to this, Spirit said promotion. Now, I'm not just holding that to, career. I do feel like, when an angel brings us a number and, things like this, because you felt, or just seeing you, it felt a lot of change coming forward. And I feel that Spirit's just trying to, kind of share that your life is going to be promoted. Like there's big changes that are going to bring in a lot of really positive changes. It's a representation of you hitting a platform of, calmer waters. Spirit is asking you with this number and your guides too, one, that they're by your side, they're, following you, they're helping you, but to really reconnect to the person that you are in order to make these changes going forward in your life, because you have such a high level of success, but there's just something that's holding you back. It's almost like you don't believe in yourself. And so that's kind of why this is such like a shocking number to come forward. But please just know that this is a promotion of life. Like this is all about change for you. It's so good.
I love that. Best of luck to you. Sometimes self-doubt is our worst enemy, but we're rooting for you over here. And someone actually came with a dream question. Gabriella from Facebook. Hi, my friend Uma. I dreamt of a spider coming out of my mouth. What does that mean?
Those are the worst ones. It's like some of us, fear spiders so much. So, I really feel like Spirit is trying to really get your attention. To me, and to the connection that Spirit is making within this, is it's representing that there is a form of your voice that you may have lost. And it's, or even like a fear of speaking, because it's coming out of your mouth. Whether you fear spiders or not, it is just a fear that so many have. But and Spirit's also kind of saying, if you feel like there's a lot of eyes on you too, that can create that fear and hold back your voice. So this is what that dream is trying to say to you, is that to be expressive. Don't fear don't fear what you have to say. Don't feel like all eyes are on you. Give yourself the chance to really be able to express yourself, because if you hold back, that fear is going to trap you and you won't be able to move forward.
Nice. And definitely, I know we can wake up from those dreams and be like, oh no. So if you have any more dream related questions, guys, feel free to ask them. They're also a great learning experience for us as well. We're going to go on to Xana from Facebook. Anything love related?
Yeah. Any kind of messages is what I'm kind of taking within this one. But as we open you up, there's like this feminine energy that wants to come forward that has a really strong message for you. And it is obviously it's into love, because there's a lot of passion that is coming from this, but I feel like it comes from someone that is really caring and nurturing. And the message to this connection is saying that it's a worry or a fear, and like isolation is surrounding you, but that is coming to an end because you have a turn of events. There is some new energies that want to come forward for you in love. And it is going to be eye-opening for you, but just to make sure that you connect yourself to your own internal passion, to not let this opportunity pass you by. So new love, positive flow of this new love is coming in. And this could perhaps be someone that has passed on, that's just trying to kind of share this message with you, kind of open your eyes to see that. And maybe even look at love from a little bit different of an angle. Not saying you have to completely go opposite of what you're attracted to, but just open up that perspective is all that this message is about.
I love that. That's a very beautiful message. And we're going to go on to pulling tarot cards. So everyone, if you have a specific one, like from career, general, love, let us know. But we're going to start with... Oh, do you have your tarot cards?
I do, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before jumping right in. You're prepared. From Z Walker, who's asking for a love card.
Yeah, let's see what Spirit has for you in the love. So it's going to be a little blurry. You see it?
There we go.
This one is the Five of Swords. And I know that this one seems like a negative, but it's not. What this one is representing is that an ending of heartache is before you. And that just like the sun is coming up, that is a new form of love that is coming forward. So don't let the past hold you back right now, because you are literally putting that behind you, and the new love is rising to the surface. So a lot of positive energies coming forward for you. And usually with the swords, it's like weeks time frame. So over the next 5 weeks, there's a lot of changes that will come forward for you.
I love that message. And we're going to go on to Alicia, who's asking also for a love card.
Okay, let's see what love card Spirit has for you today, Alicia, within this. And so this one is the Knight of Swords. And within this one, I know it can have several different meanings, but to use specific, Spirit is representing that communication is coming in, and it is going to be in a much clearer form within this. So that communication that you have been waiting for to create changes, all of that, it is getting ready to step up to the plate. I really feel like this communication is going to try to come in rather quickly. So by the end of this week is where this is going to be coming forward. And this changes kind of that whole love scenario that you have surrounding you right now.
Got you. I hope you got that message, Alicia. And we're going to move on to Mary Ann. Hi, Uma. She says, love card, please, for myself. She gave us some additional info. She's a Capricorn, and the person she's inquiring about is Ken, a Gemini.
Okay, so love card for you and Ken. And let's just see where Spirit is taking us, what we need to hear. So the Hermit. Within this, a lot of this represents that you guys need alone time. That you guys got somehow, some way have to make time for that, to really spend the alone time, the one-on-one together, because within that, you guys are going to grow spiritually, which then strengthens and bonds the connection in between the two of you. And if you haven't had a lot of alone time, I do feel like this Spirit is bringing the Hermit card forward, because that is something that is going to come forward for you guys. You may get a little bit coming up this weekend, but going into October, a lot more of that is going to become available for you.
Got you. That's a lovely message for Mary Ann. And we're going to go on to Linda Patterson. I recognize you, Linda. Thank you for always hopping on. A finance tarot card.
Okay, let's look at Linda and finance and see where Spirit is going to take us within this for you. So with you get the Nine of Swords, which a lot of this is symbolizing, kind of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. And, I feel like we need a second one with that, just because it's not always fun to feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. But as we pull this forward, it is the Lover's card, which is a very positive energy, especially within finances, because this means that partnerships, relationships, openings, those kinds of things are going to bring in the movement that you need, so that you'll no longer feel so stuck between a rock and a hard spot. So the anxiety, the overwhelming, the stress, that energy is going to be lifted as far as like the financial part of this. So everything for you is moving in that upward or more positive position of life.
Nice. I hope you received that message, Linda. Thank you for attending.
Yes.
And we're going to go on to Raylyn McDonald from Facebook. Love card is what she's asking.
Okay, let's look at Raylyn and see love here. Where is Spirit taking us within love for you, Miss Raylyn? I can't even talk. Sorry. It is the Page of Pentacles, and everything about this one is a fresh start. Whether that's a brand new fresh start for you or just a fresh start with where you are right now in your love life. I feel like it's a very warm, inviting, positive energy that's going to come forward. And I kind of really feel like even this energy is all about growth and movement for you. So things that you have felt kind of stagnant with, this is what that is bringing forward, is that this fresh start for yourself.
I love that. Let us know if that resonates, and we hope you got that message. And we're going to go on to Peggy from Facebook, and she's also asking for a love card.
Okay, Peggy, let's see where Spirit is taking us with you as far as love and see what opens up. So, Ace of Wands. This one is very positive, very powerful, because this one is a very passionate new beginning is on the horizon. And just like the flames, it is burning fast. So this one is definitely going to be coming in. Passion being ignited is what Spirit is connecting that one to. So changes in this passionate area for you, literally going to be on fire here within the next few days.
I love that also because Uma, we were talking about the Aries full moon.
Yes.
This Friday.
Yep.
So it's literally so soon. So
it is.
That passion's coming in for sure. We're gonna go on to Lisa, who's asking for a career change card.
Okay, so let's focus on career change and where Spirit is taking you within this. And as we open this up, this one is the Eight of Cups. And this one is almost, it's a connection to something of the past. So I do feel like this is Spirit trying to encourage you to make the change, because it needs to take you back to a past time where, you know, you felt stronger, where you felt happier and things of that nature. But also, I do feel that this past is a change. Sorry, the change is going to come from someone of the past, is what Spirit is trying to bring forward within that. So definitely start to put that focus, put your energy out there into changing, because you will not be disappointed in making that change in your career.
Awesome. Thank you for that beautiful message. And we're going to go on to Krista Smith from Facebook. Going through a lot, and I want to see what the future holds for me.
Okay, let's see the future and what Spirit needs to bring forward for Krista, and a future card with you here. So this one, the World. You know, this one's amazing for you. Like, it just brings in a lot of emotion for you within that, because I feel like you haven't really felt like the world was kind of, you know, on your side, perhaps. But within that, Spirit represents that life-changing moments are going to come forward, and that things that you felt like you couldn't really do or accomplish or focus on are getting ready to come forward. And they're going to bring you some very positive changes, and you will feel basically like the world's kind of at your feet, that you can finally like breathe again, you know, because you felt like a lot of weight has been on your chest. And this is definitely opening up that doorway for you for a very positive and bright future within that. So that's a beautiful card, probably one of the best cards you can get for a future card.
I love that. I hope you got that uplifting message, Krista.
Oh, yes.
For sure. We're going to go on to Angela, who's asking for a love card about John.
Okay, let's see this energy within Angela and John. See where Spirit is taking us within Angela and John. So within this one, the 10 of Wands, this represents that it's been a very overwhelming journey for you. Don't know if you and John really have like a strong connection right now, but it seems like it's been kind of a difficult journey. But Spirit wants you to kind of recognize, not to be overwhelmed with how difficult this journey has been, because there are changes, there are ways out for energies to be lifted. A lot of this, sorry, it's going off track, but a lot of this seems to be on John's shoulders, and it is him trying to kind of figure out the best way to remove that. So that's why Spirit doesn't want you to feel so overwhelmed with what has been on his shoulders, because it's made the journey more difficult. So please know that the number 10 with that is a change in the month of October. Communication wants to come forward too within that. So I feel that that is a change that's going to come forward for you first.
Nice. And October is only about like what, a week away or so?
Yes.
It's crazy. We're already almost in October. So good things coming ahead.
Yes.
We're going to go on to Helen. Career card. She's currently unemployed. She made it to the second round of interviews last week. I think she's inquiring about a job offer. What happened?
Let's look at Helen and see where Spirit is taking us within your career path and see what message needs to be heard the most. So within this one, the 9 of Wands, I love this one because I really feel like this is all about you having the advantage. And where you said you've made it to the second round of interviews, I feel like for you, that is Spirit saying like you had the advantage, that this is an offer that's going to be coming to you. And as the wands, come forward, that is more of like a burning fast kind of energy. So that would, symbolize that the days time frames are coming in within that. And if you think about it, we're in the 9th month, it's coming to an end so that this energy can be brought forward to you so that you are going to be employed, into October. That you're probably more than likely going to be starting within the 2nd to 3rd week of October.
I love that lovely message.
So congratulations.
Yeah, we're celebrating for you over here. And I was going to say the number 9 is also, I think, about closing cycles, I think, too. So that's also very in key and sync. Wow. But we're almost at time. And I wish we could get to like all your questions, but please, y'all, come back October 2nd to read with Psychic Chip during that time. But before we head out, Psychic Uma, I don't know if you want to shout out your hours, especially since you all could use the code that's flashing down at the screen below, enter it at checkout, and it's valid for today only. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and mine is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I try to do a lot of offline messages if, that's the schedule doesn't work out. I usually post my schedule on Saturdays if that helps as well, too.
Nice. So y'all can follow up with her if you have any questions from today that didn't get answered, or if you want to ask something more in depth, especially if you have anything related to your dreams. Uma's your go-to girl for that, for sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, you all, for coming today. We had an amazing time. Thank you, Uma, so much for your time here. Yes. Thank you for all the messages, and we hope you all have a great day.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.